Hello! Well, a little bit more light on my face here. I have an interesting old object to show you today. Can't read that, it's probably reversed on your screen. It says, this scarf belonged to Elizabeth Rabb, it's probably pronounced Robb, Elizabeth Rabb, born 1826, died 1846, to be given to my sister. It's a little note my grandmother put. Never opened it. It's very, very fine in texture. It's a black scarf. I've never opened it. I may never open it again, but for once, I'm going to open it and look at it. And that is it. It has an interesting smell. Perhaps it's decay. It smells a bit like sherry. There's a section here that seems to have been torn or cut. It was, oh no, it wasn't torn or cut. It tapers at both ends. It tapers at both ends. The pattern. I don't know that you're going to be able to see any of this on the screen, but there it is. It belonged to Elizabeth Rabb, who was born in 1826 and died in 1846. There's a problem with that, though. I'm folding it up. I'm sorry for the pause. There is a problem with that. Of the ancestors of which I know about, there was no Elizabeth Rabb, born in 1826 and died in 1846. There is an Elizabeth Rabb who was born in the late 1700s and died about 1840. And there is an Elizabeth Rabb who was born about 26 or so, but she lived past the Civil War. Now these names, Elizabeth, John, William, get reused and reused and reused in the family, so there's a lot of people that go by the same name. There may be another Elizabeth Rabb that I am just not familiar with. It is now going to be put away and put back into my grandmother's box. And maybe somebody in the future will be interested. And with that, I have gone through photographs, scrapbooks, a postcard album, objects that belong to my grandmother and to my great uncles Stiles and Watkins. And those have been posted on my G Plus channel. If you're interested in seeing them, I've been scanning old photographs, writing what I know about these people. Sometimes I don't know that much, but I'm learning more and more as I go through all these old records, and posting them interesting photos. The nice thing about G Plus is very good for that sort of a post. Here's a photo. Take a look. Move on. It doesn't take a lot of time like this video. I mean, it's going to take 5 minutes or 10 minutes, or who knows how long this will be when I edit it. But these were 3 boxes of old photos and memories that belonged to my paternal grandmother. And I'm moving on. I'm about to open another box, this one of memories that are associated with my paternal grandfather. So I have this one, Nabisco, the National Biscuit Company. God, it's heavy. Oh, I can't read it. It looks like possibly brownies, thin wafers. I'm not sure. But there's a whole lot of more photographs in there. Relatives and God knows what. I don't know. I'm gonna open it and find out. I've taken just the slightest peek inside. I know that it has a family Bible, which often has a lot of records of marriages and births and deaths and that sort of thing. And I know that it has some photographs. More of the mysterious Miss Lake. Maybe it's a different Miss Lake. I'm really curious about this. If you haven't seen them on G+, Watkins was in Prescott, Arizona, hanging around with a girl named Martha Lake. Now, Watkins is my grandmother's brother. A few years later, my grandfather's brother married a girl named Martha Lake. And I don't know how many Martha Lakes there were in the United States back then. It couldn't have been that many. On the other hand, they were separated by 1,000 miles, and they didn't know each other at the time. There was no connection between my grandmother and my grandfather at the time, so it's just a curiosity. There's a Martha Lake in both of these. Could be the same girl, probably not. We'll find out, or maybe we won't. That's what happens when you look in these old boxes. See you soon, and I'll try to have something a little more interesting than just an old scarf next time.